I had shin splints, or what I thought was shin splints, about 2 weeks ago, and I fixed it pretty much overnight. I want to talk about this because it's a little bit of a clickbaity title, but I promise you this is of benefit to you, and I think this will help you moving forward when it comes to running. It's helped me a ton. I've done lots of different crazy events, like 10 marathons in 10 days. I ran for over 900 days in a row. I've done like 550Ks in 5 days, lots of, well, not lots, like 300s. I mean, I guess that's a lot. 300 miles is a lot. But three 100-mile races, so there's a lot that I have done, and I've done most of it injury-free. And it boils down to this principle, which I want to talk about, is it's probably not an overuse injury. Probably it could be, but what I'm really getting at is a lot of the times it's not actually, in my experience, an overuse injury. It's a lack of mobility or a lack of strength, and I want to focus on the mobility one in this video, and I'll explain a little bit more about this. When it comes to injuries, and I'm a certified yoga teacher, so I have plenty of experience in this, and at least in my own experimentation, getting familiar with my body and what's causing certain things. I do want to make a disclaimer. I know overuse injuries and stress fractures is a very real thing. I'm not arguing against that. What I'm bringing up is I think people jump ahead to overuse. And there's too many people who run, have to take time off for whatever, they come back, get the same injury. That's kind of like, to me, that's a little interesting. It's like, what's insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? And sure, you could be overusing it multiple times, but how do you prevent that? And so many of us are we succumb to injuries and are just like, it is what it is, or I just have this problem. It's like, I think you can fix a lot of these things. With shin splints specifically, and this is the one I wanted to talk about, I was doing this challenge where I was adding a kilometer to my run every day and just going as long as I wanted to. I made it to about like 27K, which is what, like 18-ish miles, something like that. And I thought I had shin splints early on into this challenge, and it was freaking me out. Like, it was kind of bothering me. I've had shin splints before. And then I did what I always do when I get what I think is injuries or these weird pains that make me wonder if I need to take time off. Is what I did is I massage gunned the fuck out of my my calf. I just like drilled that, and my tibialis muscle up front. I just like really worked on my whole leg, and quite honestly my quads too. But that was the point I was focusing on. And when I loosened up my calf, the pain went away. I didn't feel it the next day. And I continued to do that to make sure I didn't get back to that. And so I think it makes sense that if you are feeling some sort of pain, or what you think is an injury, like runner's knee, like shin splints, like a hip thing, lower back even, a lot of the times it's just tightness that's pulling on things. So of course you hurt, right? Like, to me it makes sense. It's like, if your knee hurts, well, maybe your quad is super tight. And so as you're moving and getting tighter through the run, it's just continuing to pull. Like, of course that's going to hurt. And I think a lot of us jump to overuse, stress fracture. There's been actually a couple times where I've gotten x-rays for things and the doctor being like, I don't see the problem. And it's like, there's nothing there. And it's like, well, that doesn't help me. But what does help me is stretching. And so I just have found certain spots when I feel certain pains. Like, for example, my shins, I know it's my calf. If I have a knee pain, my inner quad muscles are usually what's causing that. My low back, if that hurts, it's typically hamstring tightness or hip tightness. And so what I'm encouraging or trying to make a point of is you might actually not be as hurt as you think you are. You're just not flexible enough or not mobile enough. And I think it's really important that you look into that. Sure, you got a stress fracture, you tear something, those are all very real things. But what causes that? And I don't necessarily believe it's too much load. It could be, and obviously overuse, like I keep saying, is a real thing. But maybe you're just not flexible enough, so it's tight and it pulled on something and then it teared. Or maybe you're not strong enough, which I could make other videos on strength training. I do plenty of that. Maybe you're just not strong enough with that particular area, or you don't do full range of motions with workouts, and so of course the tendon tears. You can absolutely overuse things like running 50 miles every day. You're probably going to hurt yourself, right? It's just the point being that we jump to conclusions that just have an injury. It's just the way my body is. And it's like, well, yeah, technically that's true, but you can fix that. And that's the point. So hopefully this is encouraging you to stretch, or when you're feeling pain, work on muscles or mobility or tightness in areas around there. I gave a couple examples, like my calf for shin splints, my quads for runner's knee, hamstring, hips for my low back pain if I get that. And I hope that helps. When it comes to stretching, I think you can go a long way if you just stretch for 7 minutes in the key spots after every single run. And so if you're running 4 times a week, that's like almost a half an hour of stretching spread out over time. I think it's worth it, and it's important to stay consistent. Or you could do yoga sessions, but sometimes it's hard to do that after running. It's like you're already mentally done for the day. Or on your rest days, that could be some healthy exercise to do instead. So hopefully this encouraged you to stretch. I know it's saved me a ton of times. It's helped me not have to take time off, which is nice because I love running so much. And I hope this helps you avoid having to take time off when you don't want to, and overall keeping you healthy and strong as you continue to run. So if you enjoyed this video, consider sharing it with a friend. I'm trying to get some of my philosophies out there more when it comes to running. I think I can help a lot of people, and I get questions about this stuff all the time with family and friends. And so if you like running content, I'm really just trying to help people deepen their relationship with running, stay healthy, get those PRs. And if you like that stuff, this is a channel for you. If not, I still hope you got something out of this video and got something you can apply in your life. So I hope I get to see you in another video sometime soon. Peace.